These are the July horoscopes for all 12 signs. Also, be sure to check out everclear.com for my personal favorite tarot readers and psychics. I highly recommend getting a monthly forecast from them in the form of a tarot reading or psychic reading. Their answers and their advice is always so enlightening. Aries risings. Let's start off with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th. From July 2nd all the way to December 7th, we are going to have Neptune retrograde in your 12th house, which means that you are going to have a massive spiritual awakening. You are going to become more in tune with your intuition, with your psychic abilities, and you will have a lot more consciousness and awareness about the truth, about the reality of things. For example, you'll be able to see past lies or manipulation. You will be much more in tune with your spirituality. This will be a great time period for deep inner work and soul searching. We will have Venus trine Saturn in your 4th house, which will be a beautiful time to redecorate your home. For example, decorating your home with lavish furniture, buying little decorations for your home. This will also be a great time to nurture your very close relationships. For example, the relationships you have with family members, to create a much more nurturing and harmonious environment with those you love. We will have Mars in your 2nd house sextile Saturn, so this will be a wonderful time to make significant progressions when it comes to your financial endeavors, your streams of income. If you work towards your finances, this could be a week in which you are heavily rewarded financially, or in which you are able to come up with strategies to make more money, to obtain the wealth that you know you deserve. On July 5th, we have a new moon in your Cancer 4th house of home, family, living environment. So many of you may be looking towards perhaps renovating your home, or you may even be looking towards relocation. This is a great time to think about purchasing a new home or moving to a new location, or you may just find that you are nurturing your family relationships. You'll also create a much more stable emotional foundation. You'll be creating a lifestyle that's much more disciplined and structured. From July 8th to July 14th, the theme of focusing on your home and family life and creating emotional stability will continue. We will also have Venus in your Leo 5th house opposing Pluto. So this will be a time where things could get heated in your love life. There may be strong emotional or physical intensity between you and a romantic interest. You may be having a lot of fun or excitement and passion in your love life. This is a great time for dating. Some of you may even meet someone new, or this could be a time where there is possible volatility in your love life if there are issues that need to be sorted. So there may be a lot of intensity. Either this could be great intensity, deep bonding with a romantic interest, or there could be some sort of explosive event. You may be more prone to fighting your partner under this influence if there are underlying issues. From July 15th to July 21st, we will have Mars conjunct Uranus in your 2nd house of finances. So this is a time in which you can come up with innovative new ways to make more money. This is a great time to start a business or to work on endeavors which will lead to you obtaining financial income. You may come up with brilliant ideas, new ideas to obtain more wealth. You'll be very driven towards obtaining wealth, and this will result in you being able to obtain more financial wealth in the months to follow. We'll also have Venus in your Leo 5th house sextile Jupiter. This is a wonderful time for working on your creative endeavors, your creative projects, as you'll be able to turn your creative endeavors into a success, or you will have a lot of creative inspiration. Also, this may be a time in which you are a lot more relaxed. You're having a lot of fun. You're partaking in entertainment. You're going out with your friends. You're attending social events, for example. So this may be a very exciting, adventurous week for you. This could also be a time where there's a lot of passion and excitement in your love life as well. This time is favored for dating. And we will have a full moon in your Capricorn 10th house. So this may be a time in which you are considering major changes in your career. You may be thinking about leaving an old job behind so that you can pursue a career that you want, or you may be looking to make major changes in your career so that you can make your career a lot more fulfilling or a lot more easygoing. The second half of the month encourages cooperation with other people, socializing and networking. So this will be a great time for you to get connected with the right kinds of people. From July 21st to July 31st, we will have some events in your 5th house of dating. So you want to watch out for potential conflicts or disruptions that could arise in your love life. However, on the contrary, this could be a great time for physical passion in your love life. So as long as you handle your relationships appropriately, you have nothing to worry about. Taurus risings. Let's start off with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th, we will have Neptune retrograde in your 11th house of friendships, groups, associations, from July 2nd all the way to December 7th. So during that time, you will be able to connect with other people. This will be a great time to understand others, to socialize. You will have intuitive understandings of people. So this is a time in which networking is favored, as other people will be drawn to you. They'll want to seek out your advice, your attention. You want to watch out for potential conflicts that could arise between you and family members, however. So make sure that you are keeping the peace and harmony between you and the relationships that you have with the people that are closest to you, family members, close friends, a spouse. But Mars will be in your sign sextile Saturn, so anything that you are working diligently towards will result in massive rewards and success. So whatever you put your time, energy, and dedication towards will definitely result in successful results in the months to follow. You'll be able to obtain long-term permanent success. You'll have the ambition and patience to succeed in anything that you care about passionately. You will also have a new moon in your Cancer 3rd house of communication, written projects. So this may be a time in which you are forming new friendships, or you may be networking differently so that you can associate yourself with new groups of people. Networking is favored under this influence. Also, this may be a time in which you are beginning a new creative project, a new written project. You are starting to launch that into the world, or this is a really great time to work on a new creative or written project. And you will be focused on training yourself to speak differently to yourself, to speak more kindly to yourself, so that you can manifest what you want, since our internal dialogue is very important when it comes to manifestation, certain outcomes in our lives. From July 8th to July 14th, you will have a lot more harmony and cooperation with those that are closest with you, with family members, for example, close friends, a spouse. But if there are very serious underlying issues in your close associations with others, those issues could be brought to the forefront in which you have to address them. This will also be a wonderful week for communicating with others, networking, socializing, forming harmonious bonds with co-workers, friends, making new acquaintances. This will be an excellent week to work on written projects, creative projects, so that you can launch them into a success. July 15th to July 21st is extremely significant for you, since you will have Mars in your sign aligning with Uranus. So you are going to find ways to break out of limiting situations so that you can usher in more excitement and freedom into your life. There may be very exciting events popping up. This may be a very exciting time for you in which you are living life to the fullest. You are experiencing more hedonism, or if you are trying to change your life, you want to spice up your life and bring more excitement in, this is the week where you'll be able to figure out how to do that so you can lead a much more exciting life for the summer. We will have a full moon in your Capricorn 9th house of education and travel, so this may be a time where there are significant events occurring around travel or going on adventures, or you may be thinking about your educational pursuits now, and that's being brought to the forefront of your mind. We will also have Mars in your Gemini 2nd house trine Pluto, so this will be an excellent time to hustle when it comes to your finances. So you may be more ambitious and driven when it comes to obtaining wealth, and this will be a great week, or in fact the second half of July is a great time for you to be more ambitious when it comes to your financial endeavors so that you can boost your wealth. July 21st to July 31st will once again be an excellent time for putting your energy and focus into your financial streams of income. This is a great time for you to figure out how to make more money, how to obtain more wealth, to align your mindset with that of a wealthy mindset, to change the way in which you speak to yourself when it comes to how capable you are of obtaining wealth, so that you can manifest the wealth that you know you deserve. But again, watch out for potential conflicts that could arise between you and those that you are extremely close with, especially family members. Gemini risings, let's begin with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th. We are starting off with Neptune going retrograde from July 2nd all the way to December. So during that time, you are going to be able to basically connect with other people. You will be able to have a better understanding of others, and in turn, you'll be able to boost your reputation as a result. If you're trying to be seen in society, you want to build up your reputation, you will be able to gather people together to support your cause. During the first week of July, we have Venus trine Saturn in your second house, so this will be a time where you are extremely focused on your finances, and in turn, you will be able to build up that financial security, that financial stability. Perhaps during this week, you are sitting back and you are able to relax because you've built up that financial security, or you may be focused on obtaining financial security, securing financial plans, which will allow you to obtain secure financial wealth in the months to follow. You'll also have an intense buildup of energy directed towards your written projects or your creative projects, which will allow you to find ideas to turn those into a success. This week, you will be very fierce when it comes to communication, whether this is speaking and trying to influence other people or networking with others. We'll have a new moon in your Cancer second house, which is beautiful for new beginnings in your finances. Perhaps you are going forward with a new financial project, or perhaps you are putting new energy into a financial project. Perhaps you are coming up with new ways to boost your income. You're finding new strategies to make more money. From July 8th to July 14th, we have Venus in your second house, sextile Uranus. So this will be a time in which you can come up with innovative new ways to make more money. You will have that innovative spark when it comes to your finances, which will allow you to come up with ways to obtain wealth in the months to follow. This will be a time where others will be drawn to you, especially the way in which you communicate, so you'll be extremely persuasive. However, you want to watch out for potential issues that could arise in your closest relationships. If you're associated with the wrong kinds of people, there could be pressuring situations that arise with those people. From July 15th to July 21st, we continue that theme of focusing on your finances, coming up with innovative ways to secure more wealth. So throughout the entire month, many of you may be ushering in a lot of wealth. You may find that your previous efforts when it comes to your work and your finances is finally being rewarded, or you may be making major financial moves, or you may be coming up with financial strategies which will allow you to become wealthy in the future. This is a great week for socialization. Many of you may be just kicking it back, relaxing, having fun, perhaps attending social events or having a good time with your friends. You may be just having a great time socially with others. You are going to be very in tune with your spiritual development. This is a week in which you will have immense spiritual growth. You'll be connecting with your divine feminine energy, and this will make you extremely magnetic and attractive as well. You will be very alluring, and other people will be drawn to you. This is a great time for dating, for spending time with those that you love, such as friends or family members, and this is a week that is great for working on your creative passions. You'll be healing yourself, and you'll be able to feel more grounded emotionally. You'll be able to find more emotional stability, and you will be very healing to other people as well. We have a full moon in your Capricorn 8th house, so you may be letting go of some sort of financial obligation. For example, you may be paying off a bill, you may be ending some sort of financial obligation that you have, you may be discarding of a certain way in which you approach your finances. From July 21st to July 31st, you will have a great surge of goal-directed energy. You will be extremely ambitious. You will be able to overcome any challenges that have burdened you previously. You'll be able to advance in life. You may even be able to obtain a lot of power as well. You will be able to cooperate with other people. Other people will respect and admire you during this time. Conflict is unlikely during this time, and dating is favored since there may be heightened passion and very great physical intimacy between you and a romantic interest. You'll have the power to eliminate obstacles that hinder your success. Cancer risings from July 1st to July 7th will have Venus in your sign trine Saturn. So all of your relationships, whether these are romantic relationships or friendships, will benefit. You'll be able to form deeper connections with people. If a relationship has been stressful, this is an excellent week for working through any problems, getting through them. You'll enjoy closer bonding with those that you have pre-existing relationships with. You'll have the determination and energy to succeed when it comes to going after your highest dreams and aspirations. So this is a really great week to go after those dreams that you've been putting off. And this is also a really great week for you to socialize with other people, to form those social connections that you desire, or to strengthen your friendships. We'll have a new moon in your first house of self and physical appearance. So this will be a time in which you are having a massive glow up. You are elevating your own physical appearance, but you are also doing a lot of inner work as well. And you are changing your own self-identity, the way in which you project yourself into the world. And you may be very focused on your own goals, and you may be setting new goals for yourself and really going after them. So this will be a time in which you are setting new goals and you are entering a new chapter of your life because you are beginning to go down new paths. This could be new paths in your career, in your social life, in your love life, etc. You'll be making changes to your reputation and the way in which other people perceive you, and you'll be able to find ways to appear more attractive and alluring to others. From July 8th to July 14th, you are going to be perceived as extremely attractive. We have Venus in your sign, sextile Uranus, so you may be changing the way in which you project yourself into the world. You may be putting a unique twist on your fashion sense, for example, your appearance. You may be changing the way in which you communicate with others, and as a result, other people will be very drawn to you. And this is a really great week for dating, for socializing with other people. You may finally receive achievement and recognition for previous hard work and efforts as well. And once again, you are really reshaping your identity, your projection into the world. You are really changing things up. From July 15th to July 21st, we have Mars conjunct Uranus in your 11th house of friendships, highest dreams, aspirations, goals. So this is such an excellent week for you to come up with new, brilliant, innovative ideas to accomplish your highest dreams and aspirations that you've been putting on the back burner. So think about the dream life that you want, perhaps the dream career that you desire. This is a great week for you to go after that. Also, if you've been feeling like your social life is lacking, this is a great week for you to spice things up in your social life, to make plans, to network, as you'll be able to create a social life that is a lot more exciting. Or you may just be having a lot of fun this week with your friends. You may be very social this week. This is an excellent week for socializing with other people. Other people, acquaintances, and friends will be drawn to your energy. We will also have Venus in your second house, sextile Jupiter in your 11th house. So again, this is a great way to make your dreams come true, but to also find ways to make your dreams come true as well as make money from your highest dreams. This is also an excellent week for making money as well. Many of you may be living very lavishly as well. You may be spending a lot of money because you've earned it, you deserve it. So this may be a week that is extremely hedonistic, and this is a great week for coming up with new ways to build up your financial wealth. And making friends will come easily to you as well. Forming deeper social connections will come easily. But there is a full moon in your 7th house of relationships. So this may be a week where some of you could have tumultuous moments in your love life if you are not paired up with the right partner. You may have a breakup, for example, if you are not with the right person, or this may be a time where there is some sort of significant event happening in your love life. You could have a wild, passionate night out with a romantic interest. So watch out for major events unfolding in your love life that could be extremely significant. You could also be working through any relationship issues you may have. You may be ending a chapter in your love life. And July 21st to July 31st will once again be an excellent time for making money, making major money moves. Virgo risings, July 1st to July 7th is an excellent time for socializing. I highly recommend going out with friends, as you'll be able to form deeper connections. You'll be able to network with people. This is an excellent week for going after your highest ambitions, your highest dreams and aspirations. This is a week where working towards your dreams will lead to permanent, lasting results. You'll have a new moon in your 11th house, so this may be a week in which you are attending social events. You may be meeting new people. You may be forming new friendships. This is an excellent week for you to find new ways to approach your highest dreams and ambitions. Perhaps you've put your dreams on the back burner. This is a great week to come up with new strategies to turn your dreams into a reality. You'll also have great endurance, ambition, and energy to succeed in your career as well. You are going to be extremely driven when it comes to your career, and this will lead to you accomplishing what you want in your career, perhaps being able to propel yourself forward in your career or doing a very great job at your work. This is an excellent time to make solid progress with a long-term career project. This is a great week to boost your reputation as well, to be seen by other people, to improve your social standing, to attract attention. From July 8th to July 14th, we'll have Venus sextile Uranus in your 11th house of higher hopes, dreams, ambitions, your friendships. So this will be a week in which you are very driven to be social. This is a great week to attend social events. You may be having a really great fun time with your friends. You may be attending parties, social events. This is also a great week for you to come up with innovative new ways to turn your higher dreams and ambitions into into a reality. So the entire month, especially the first half of the month, is really great for socialization as well as working towards your highest aspirations. This will also be a week in which you are improving your mindset. You are creating a much more positive mindset, and you are alleviating a lot of the mental health stressors that have been holding you back, such as anxiety, stress. This may be a time in which you were able to reshape the structure of your mind, the way in which you think. You were able to get rid of negative thought loops that are holding you back from manifesting what you want and creating that positive mindset that is necessary to manifest your desires. From July 15th to July 21st, we are going to have Mars conjunct Uranus in your 9th house of travel and education. So this may be a time in which you want to travel abroad, in which you want to partake in more adventures to create a lifestyle that is much more exciting. So this is a week where you may be planning a trip, you may be planning to go on a trip, or there may be some exciting adventure that arises. And you may be looking towards your educational pursuits as well. You may be reconsidering what you want to do when it comes to higher education, going to university. You may be deciding what you want to do with your studies. This will be a great week for travel and relaxing your mind. This week you will be able to find a lot more mental balance, mental peace, and stability. You'll be able to build a strong emotional foundation. You'll be able to heal from many traumas and emotional wounds that have been setting you back in life. On July 21st, there will be a full moon in your Capricorn 5th house of dating, creative endeavors, excitement. So this may be a week where you could be attending some sort of very fun event, like a social event. You could be going to a party, or this may be a week in which you have a creative spark in which you are driven towards your creative endeavors. There could also be major events transpiring in your love life. You may be going on an exciting date with someone. There could be passion in your love life, or alternatively, this may be a time in which you are letting go of a chapter in your love life, since full moons are all about letting go. So this may be a time in which you are coming to terms with the end of a relationship. You are healing from the emotional wounds that were brought to you by some sort of romantic connection that failed, or you may be coming to terms with the fact that someone isn't right for you, or some of you may even be ending a relationship that isn't suitable for you. So this could be a major letting go, or there could just be a major event happening in love, for example, a major date that happens. From July 21st to July 31st, we will have Mars in your 10th house trine Pluto, so you will be extremely driven, motivated, and ambitious when it comes to your career. You'll have a tremendous surge of goal-directed energy when it comes to your career, and this will allow you to fulfill your career aspirations or to come up with new ways to excel in your career. This will also be a week for deep spiritual healing as well. You will be connecting with your higher spiritual self, and you will have many spiritual revelations. Leo risings. Let's start off with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th. So from July 2nd all the way to December, you are going to have Neptune retrograde in your 8th house of mysticism, occultism. So you are going to be extremely in tune with your spirituality. This is a time in which you will be developing your intuition. You will be listening to your internal dialogue, and you will be trusting your gut. And this is a time in which you'll be more readily available to receive psychic messages and to connect with your higher spirituality. By doing so, you'll also become more magnetic and attractive as well. You'll have a buildup of obsessive energy, so you may be focusing on something very strongly. This is a really great time to focus on things that are important, like your job, your creative endeavors. You will have the determination and endurance to succeed in your career as well. This is a great time to work on a long-term work project for successful results. You will have the patience, the ambition to successfully get all of your work done, so this will help you bolster yourself in your career. We will have a new moon in your 12th house of spirituality, mental health, and addiction. So this may be a time in which you are turning a new chapter, a new leaf when it comes to addictions. For example, ridding yourself of overeating, over-drinking, overindulgent behaviors. This is also going to be a time in which you are retraining your mind to be more positive and to rid yourself of the anxiety, stress, and negative disbeliefs that you may have about yourself. So you are going to be creating a much more positive internal dialogue, which will help you manifest what you want, which will make you more attractive, more magnetic. This is a time where you will be very in tune with your spirituality, and you may embark on a new spiritual chapter. For example, you may be learning about spirituality spirituality. You'll be very in tune with your intuition, and you'll have a great deal of psychic awareness, so listen to your gut. From July 8th to July 14th, you will have excellent communication and negotiation skills. This is a great time for networking or making any deals with people, because we are going to have Mercury in your sign sextile Jupiter. This is a great time to make new friends as well. This is a great time to just be social. We'll have Venus in your sign trine Neptune. This week will be very relaxing. It's a great time to just sit back, take it easy, and things should be smooth sailing for the most part. This is a great time to just entertain friends, to partake in social events. It's a great week for manifestation, performing meditation, working on your affirmations. You'll be creating a strong emotional foundation, which will allow you to find more mental peace, to recover from any traumas that have been burdening you. Also, for some of you, there may be major events transpiring in your love life. There may either be a lot of passion and great physical intimacy between you and a romantic interest, or there could potentially be explosive events in your love life. So take care under this transit of Venus in your sign opposing Pluto, as this is a time in which your love life could be quite intense. From July 15th to July 21st, we will have a Capricorn full moon in your 6th house of health and work. So this may be a time in which you are reconsidering what you want to do with your career. Perhaps you're thinking about leaving an old job in pursuit of a new job. You may be making significant career plans during this time. This is a great time to strategize what you want to do in your career and to come up with a solid plan. This may also be a time in which you are reconsidering your health habits and your routine. You are working towards creating a more structured routine so that you can live a more balanced lifestyle, and you are looking to change up your diet, your exercise regime, so that you can become healthier. You can hit certain weight goals for the rest of the year. We'll have Mars conjunct Uranus in your 10th house. So this is a time in which you will be able to come up with brilliant, innovative new ways to get ahead in your career. And you may even think about taking risks when it comes to your career. Perhaps you want to work on a new business venture. So this is a really great time, once again, to strategize when it comes to your career ideas, and you'll have a great deal of motivation and ambition to accomplish what you desire in your career. We'll have Venus in your sign sextile Jupiter. You are going to be extremely attractive and magnetic, and other people will want to be around your energy. And this is a week which is, once again, quite relaxed for the most part. You'll likely be having a lot of fun. There may be a lot of excitement. You may go on adventures. For example, you may go to a party. You may attend a social event. So this is a very hedonistic week all in all. From July 21st to July 31st, watch out for having a possible crisis when it comes to your self-esteem, thoughts about your self-identity. So this may be a time in which something triggers you to perhaps feel a little bit lesser about yourself, when that's not necessarily the reality. So be mindful of remaining positive around that time, but you are also going to have great drive, ambition, energy, and motivation to succeed and to drive your goals forward. So you are going to be hustling during this last week. You're going to have the energy to do it. Libra risings, let's start off with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th. You will have great drive, energy, and determination to drive your financial endeavors forward. This is a great week for partaking in your investments, looking at your financial strategies, revising your financial strategies, coming up with a financial plan. This is a favorable week for making long-term investments. This is also a great time to work on your creative projects as well. You will have a new moon in your Cancer 10th house, so this is a great time for you to work on a new career project or to make new plans when it comes to your career. You may be entering a new chapter when it comes to your career. For example, some of you could be starting a new job, or this may be a time in which you are gaining a lot of recognition in the workplace, or you're able to get along well with coworkers. So this is a time for beautiful new beginnings when it comes to your career, and this is a great time to start something new in your career. For example, opening up a business. From July 8th to July 14th, we have Venus in your 10th house sextile Uranus. So once again, you'll be able to come up with bright, innovative ways to get ahead in your career. You may have a brilliant career idea, for example, a brilliant business idea. This may be a time in which you want to take risks when it comes to your career. So you may receive a lot of recognition and achievement for previous hard work. This is a time in which you will be ambitious, patient, and this is a great time to set goals in your career, or again, to just accomplish a lot in your career. You'll be doing very well with your work projects. So your work and your career during this time will result in long-lasting, permanent, successful results. Also, you want to watch out for potential issues in your friendships. This is a time in which manipulative people may be showing their true colors. So you want to watch out for potential pressure being placed on your friendships, and this is a time in which you may spot out people who aren't good friends. But on the other hand, this is a great time to spend with friends. This is a time in which socialization is favored and networking will go well in your favor. It'll be a great time to meet new people or to form deeper connections with your friends. You would only have issues with friends who don't have good intentions during this time, but you should have a splendid, wonderful time with friends who do have good intentions for you. From July 15th to July 21st, we will have a full moon in your Capricorn 4th house of home family. So this may be a time in which you are renovating or redecorating your home. Some of you may even reconsider your living situation as well. This could be a time in which you are spending more time with your family members, or there could be things that do arise in family situations. Some of you may want to make risky investments during this time, since you'll have Mars conjunct Uranus in your 8th house of investing, but it is highly recommended not to take major risks when it comes to investments or any financial plans. You'll have Venus in your 11th house sextile Jupiter, so this is a wonderful time to work towards your highest dreams and aspirations, since this is occurring in your 11th house of hopes and dreams. So this is a great time to reignite that spark, that desire that you have to accomplish your dreams and to start making moves towards that. And this is also a really great time for socialization. This may be a time in which you are attending parties, you are having a hedonistic, lavish, fun time with your friends. This is a great time to make new friends as well. So this entire month will be incredibly social, but this week in particular will be wonderful for networking, connecting with the right kinds of people, finding your soul tribe. And during the second half of the month, many of you may be infected by the travel bug. This is a great time to go on a trip or to plan a trip, or this may be a time in which you want to embark on an adventure. So you'll be having a hedonistic, adventurous time during the second half of the month. If you're studying, you'll have a lot of drive and determination to perform well in your studies. And from July 21st to July 31st, this is an excellent time for socialization, getting along with your friends. However, manipulative or jealous friends will be showing their true colors during this time. Scorpio rising, starting off with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th, this is an excellent time for dating. This is a great time for creating long-term successful results in your partnership, for creating long-standing stability in romance, forming a deeper mutual understanding between you and a romantic interest, talking about the future, or just developing that bond into something that's more long-lasting, because we will have Mars in your 7th house sextile Saturn. We have a Cancer new moon in your 9th house of travel, education, so this may be a time in which you are thinking about pursuing higher studies. There could be a new chapter in regard to your studies, or you may be thinking about traveling. You may be planning a new trip, or this is a wonderful time for travel. This may be a time in which you're going on a very exciting adventure, or you are planning exciting adventures for the summer. However, you want to be aware of people in the workplace, such as a boss misusing their power or trying to talk you or coerce you into doing things that you don't want to do. This could be a time in which a coworker or a boss could potentially be annoying you, or they could have an inflated sense of superiority. But for those of you who are in happy work environments, there's likely nothing to worry about. From July 8th to July 14th, we are going to have Venus sextile Uranus. So during this time, you are going to have a great need for excitement, for adventure. This is a great time to go on adventures, to make major plans, to do something exciting. This is a great week for travel. This may be a week in which, again, you are planning major trips for the entirety of the summer. This is an excellent time for dating. Some of you could even potentially meet someone new in your love life, or there may be a lot of physical attraction between you and a romantic interest. So things may be very heated in the bedroom. We will have Mercury in your Leo 10th house sextile Jupiter, so this is an excellent time for planning ahead with your career aspirations. Your excellent decision-making skills will allow you to visualize your desired career path. You'll have excellent concentration when it comes to your work, so you'll be extremely focused in your career, which will allow you to get your work done properly and effectively, successfully. From July 15th to July 21st, we will have Mars aligning with Uranus in your 7th house. This is a time where there may be a lot of passion between you and a romantic interest, so things may get very heated between the two of you. This is a great time for physical intimacy. You and your romantic partner may go on exciting or stimulating adventures. You could be going on a very fun date. The entire month is a very exciting and fun time for dating, and it's a great time to put yourself out there in your love life as well if you're trying to meet someone new. Once again, this is a great week for travel. You may be going on many adventures, and this is a week that will be very easygoing, relaxed in your career. It will be very easy to obtain career success as well. So things will be going very well in the workplace. You may be rewarded in your career, or you may find that you're finally getting good recognition in the workplace. And this is because we will have Venus in your 10th house sextile Jupiter. We'll have a full moon in your 3rd house. So during this time, you may finally be finishing up a work project or a creative project and finally putting that out there into the world. Or there could be major things happening around communication, networking with others. This may be a time in which you are very social and you are networking with the right kinds of people. You'll also be changing your internal dialogue, the way in which you speak to yourself, learning how to be kinder to yourself, as well as motivate yourself into doing what you need to do. And this will allow you to achieve success in the long run, because changing your mindset will allow you to manifest your desires, and learning how to become more disciplined, which this full moon will teach you how to do, will allow you to have the discipline and motivation to accomplish your goals. This is also an excellent time to pursue career projects. For example, working on a business, starting up a business. But you do want to be aware of potential mishaps that could be made in your career. So you do want to overlook your work, double check everything to make sure that you haven't made any mistakes. And July 21st to July 31st is an excellent time for looking at your financial endeavors, more specifically your investments or your joint ventures, your joint finances, as there will be a lot of activity in your 8th house. This is a wonderful time to find opportune moments for investing. This is a great time for looking at your finances and figuring out ways to boost your financial wealth. And you'll be very hardworking, diligent in your career. You are going to be hustling throughout the entire month, but especially during the last week of the month. Sagittarius risings, let's begin with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th. This is an excellent time for investing, making long-term financial plans, as you may be able to scope out excellent investment opportunities. This is a time in which financial planning is favored. If you've planned your finances out, this is a great time to create long-standing financial success. You will have a lot of energy, determination, and endurance to succeed in your career. This is also an excellent time to work on your health goals. This is a time in which you may be planning things in regard to your diet, your health, exercise regime, and you are focused on creating long-term goals for your health in order to reach those health goals that you've set out for yourself. For example, hitting a certain weight goal. You'll be very disciplined and structured when it comes to your career, the work that you have to get done, and looking after your health. And this is a great time to plan for your health and your career in the long run. There will be a Cancer new moon in your 7th house of relationships. So this is an excellent time for dating. This may be a time where you're going on an exciting date. You could even be meeting someone new in your love life, or there could be a new chapter opening up in your love life. July 8th to July 14th is once again an excellent time for planning out your finances, a wonderful time for investing. For example, investing in the stock market, looking to buy real estate, sell real estate. This is a great time for financial planning in general, or planning out financial endeavors with another person, looking at your joint finances. This is a great time to set financial goals that are realistic, achievable, planning out how you are going to achieve that. This is also a great time for spiritual development as well. You may become more in tune with your spirituality. You may be honing in on your divine feminine and masculine energy, really getting in touch with your subconscious, your inner needs, desires, and wants. From July 15th to July 21st, we have a Capricorn full moon in your 2nd house of finances, streams of income. So there may be an ending or a chapter ending in your finances. You may be paying off a debt, for example. You may be making major changes to the way in which you make money. You may be planning something new with your finances, or planning something drastically different. This will be an excellent week for travel. You will be very relaxed. This week should be easygoing, smooth sailing for the most part. This is a great time to go on an adventure, to plan out a trip. This may be a time in which you are infected by the travel bug and you want to plan out traveling for the summer. You'll have Mars in your 7th house sextile Neptune, so you'll be extremely attractive in your love life. You may find that a romantic interest or your romantic partner is extremely drawn to you during this time. This is a great time to form a deep spiritual understanding between you and your romantic partner or romantic interest. This is an ideal week for romance, and I would highly recommend planning out something romantic with your partner. Things will also significantly heat up between you and a romantic interest, so there may be a lot of desire, there may be very great physical intimacy. Conflict in your love life is unlikely, and this is a great time to resolve any conflicts or disputes that you've been having with a romantic interest. And from July 21st to July 31st, you will once again be infected by the travel bug or the adventure bug, and you will want to plan out trips, or this may be a great time for traveling if you already have a trip planned. If you don't, I would highly suggest going on a trip during this time. This is a very great time for going on an adventure, so going out with your friends, making significant plans. This is a week that can be extremely fun. This is also a great week for focusing on your studies as well, or you may even pick up a book and gain significant knowledge as well. So you may be very interested in reading, learning new things. Capricorn risings. Let's start off with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th. This is an excellent time for dating or creating more long-term stability and security within your relationship. Existing healthy relationships will enjoy closer bonding, more security, and if you have any pre-existing issues in your relationship, this is a great time to sort through your problems and to resolve them. This is an excellent time for planning a date and figuring out what's happening between you and a romantic interest. If you're not sure of someone's intentions or feelings towards you, this is a great time to open them up and to develop a deeper understanding. We will also have a new moon in your Cancer 7th house, so you may have a new beginning when it comes to business dealings, business partnerships, or you could have a new beginning or a new chapter opening up in your love life. New romance is possible during the first half of July. This is a great time for putting yourself out there in the dating scene if you're trying to meet someone. For example, being proactive in love, going on a dating app, or going out with friends, trying to meet someone. Some of you may have a lot more passion and excitement within your relationship. Some of you could be going on a very exciting date during this time. So overall, the first half of July, especially the first week, is a great time for you to put yourself out there in the dating scene. July 8th to July 14th is a great time to meet a new lover or to make new friends. This is a great time to spend with your friends, to attend social events, great time for dating. Once again, you are going to have a very huge sense of creative inspiration, which will allow you to drive your creative projects forward successfully. This is an excellent time to have original breakthroughs in creative or artistic work. This may be a time in which you are putting more focus into your finances as well, taking a closer look into your joint investments, joint finances, investments. From July 15th to July 21st, we have a Capricorn full moon in your first house. So this will be a time in which you may be changing up your physical appearance. You may be changing your identity, the way in which you project yourself into the world. And this can lead to a change in your reputation. You'll be putting your own needs first. You will be very prioritized when it comes to driving your own goals and ambitions forward. You'll be identifying what it is that you want in life and figuring out what changes need to be made and what sacrifices need to be made, what you have to let go of in order to accomplish these ambitions. This will be a very transformative time in which you are letting go of pieces of your old life, old situations, old people that aren't meant to be in your life, so that you can step into a new, reinvented, powerful version of yourself. But this will be an excellent week for making money, dating, as well as driving your creative projects forward. You'll have a great deal of creative inspiration. This is a great week to be adventurous. This will be a very hedonistic week in general. Many of you will be partaking in entertainment. You may be going out, going to parties, going to social events, or just relaxing. So this week should be very laid back, fun, and easygoing. From July 21st to July 31st, you will be extremely driven when it comes to your career and your health. You will have energy, ambition, and motivation. to drive your health goals forward, to prioritize your health, to look after your diet, your exercise regime. This will allow you to hit certain health goals that you've set out for yourself, such as a weight goal in the months to follow. And you will be very focused on what you have to do in your career in order to obtain career success or to successfully complete your work. So this is a time where you will be very driven, ambitious, and motivated to do what needs to get done in regard to health and your work. Aquarius risings, July 1st to July 7th is a great time for you to establish more security and long-lasting stability within your relationship, or to see if your relationship has what it takes to go the extra mile to have those important conversations about your future. We are also going to have a new moon in your 6th house of career and health, so there may be new beginnings when it comes to your health ventures, the way in which you look after your diet, the way in which you handle your exercise regime, and this will allow you to hit new health goals, for example, hitting a weight goal in the months to follow. And this may be a time in which you have new beginnings in your career as well. You may be looking to change up your career or to do things differently in your career so that you can derive more career success. This is an excellent week for getting along with your coworkers as well, forming harmonious bonds within the workplace. So things should be running smoothly for the most part when it does come to the workplace. Business dealings are also favored this week. July 8th to July 14th is a time in which you may gain achievement and recognition for previous hard work in your career, or this may be a time in which you are feeling a lot more healthy and energetic because you've been looking after your health previously. You'll have the responsibility, patience, and persistence to reach your career goals, and things in your career should be smooth sailing, easygoing. So if you've been stressed out in the workplace, this may be a week in which a lot of that stress is alleviated and you are able to accomplish what you need to accomplish in your career quite easily. You'll be able to put out amazingly done work projects, for example. We'll have Venus in your 7th house opposing Pluto. There may be extreme intensity in your romantic relationships. On the one hand, there could be a lot of obsession, passion, and infatuation between you and your romantic interest, but on the other hand, there could be relationship issues that arise. For example, if your partner is manipulative, this may be a time in which they are showing their true colors. Power imbalances in your love life will be highlighted during this time. So if there are pre-existing relationship issues, those will come to the forefront. However, there may also be a lot of compulsive obsession between you and a romantic interest. So watch out for suspicion, jealousy, or possessiveness that could arise in your love life. However, healthy relationships should not suffer. From July 15th to July 21st, we have a Capricorn full moon in your 12th house. So you may have an overwhelming need to be alone during this week. This is a great week for introspection, isolation, finding solitude, and taking a break from the world to find some peace and quiet so that you can relax your mind and you can renew your energy. You may have been deeply involved in your work and your routines recently, and this is a week in which you will need some downtime. There may be a secret or private matter that is revealed that comes to the light. You may realize something about your health. This could also be a time in which a work project finally reaches culmination. We'll have Venus in your Leo 7th house sextile Jupiter. This is a wonderful time for dating, for forming a deeper emotional, physical, and spiritual union with a partner. This may be a time in which you and your partner are able to resolve or sort out any issues that you've been previously having in your love life. This is an excellent time for dating. This may be a time in which you do go on an exciting date. Some of you could even meet someone new in your love life. It's a great time to put yourself out there in the dating scene. From July 21st to July 31st, you will be wielding great attractive energies. So you will be incredibly attractive in your love life, very magnetic. You may find that a romantic interest or a romantic partner is extremely drawn to you, and physical intimacy will benefit during this time too. So there may be increased passion between you and a romantic interest. This is a very passionate month in your love life. And in the week prior, you may have needed some time for downtime. However, this week you are going to be extremely driven in your career, and you are going to have a lot of ambition, motivation, and strength to drive your career projects forward. And this is a great time for planning in your career as well, planning out what it is you want to do for work and what your career aspirations are. This is a great time for long-term planning, setting those goals and successfully driving them forward. This is also a great time for pursuing investments as well, planning out what you want to do with your financial strategies. It's a great time to plan out how you're going to pay off debts, how you're going to manage your joint assets, joint finances. Pisces risings. Let's start off with the first week of July, July 1st to July 7th. From July 2nd all the way to December, we will have Neptune going retrograde. So all of the illusions, dreams, and fantasies that have clouded your vision will be stripped away, and you will be seeing reality for what it truly is. Whether reality is harsh or not, you will be seeing things for what they truly are. More importantly, you'll be seeing the reality of your life for what it is, and you'll realize whether or not you are doing what you need to do to accomplish your goals, to step into the best version of yourself. If you haven't been doing that, this time will illuminate what you need to do differently in order to accomplish your goals. We have Venus in your 5th house trine Saturn. Your relationships will benefit from deeper understandings, being able to create long-term lasting security and stability within the relationship. And your pre-existing relationships will enjoy closer bonding. This is a great time to have a deeper mutual understanding of one another. You will have Mercury in your 6th house opposite Pluto, so you want to watch out for potential conflict in the workplace or disagreements in the workplace. We will have a new moon in your Cancer 5th house. Now, this may be a time in which you are healing from any pre-existing emotional wounds caused by your relationships, or you could have a beautiful new beginning in your love life. For example, there could be a new chapter opening up in your love life. You could go on a passionate, exciting, fun date. Some of you may even be meeting someone new in your love life during the first half of the month. The first week of the month is also an optimal time for networking, communicating with others, forming social networks, and this is a great week for you to work on your work projects, your creative projects, as you'll have a lot of endurance and stamina when it comes to projects that you are putting out there. This will also be a great week for you to work on your creative projects as well. You'll have a great spark of creative inspiration, and you could be setting forth on a new creative endeavor. From July 8th to July 14th, we will have Venus in your 5th house sextile Uranus. So this may spark fun and excitement in your love life, or you may decide to become more proactive in your dating life, putting yourself out there to meet someone new. This is a very great month for meeting someone in your love life as well. And you may have that divine creative spark continuing to flow into this week. And this is a really great week for you to come up with innovative, creative ideas. Working on your creative projects or putting effort into a pre-existing relationship will allow that to blossom into something that's long-term, long-standing. And once again, you want to watch out for potential disagreements or arguments in the workplace, or perhaps not getting along with all of your coworkers. However, if you have a happy, healthy work environment, you likely have nothing to worry about. From July 15th to July 21st, we will have Mars conjunct Uranus in your 3rd house of communication, written, and creative projects. So you will have a lot of drive when it comes to, again, turning your creative and written projects into a success. And this is a really great time for networking with others, building a community, or getting integrated into social networks, connecting with the right kinds of people. We will have a full moon in your 11th house of friendships, hopes, dreams, and aspirations. So this may be a time in which you want to cut off friendships that are not suitable for you. You may want to distance yourself from certain kinds of people, or this could be a time in which there's a significant social event or something significant happens with a friend. You may hear a crazy story from a friend, and this may be a time in which you are reconsidering what you have to do in your life, how you need to structure and discipline your lifestyle in order to accomplish your highest dreams and aspirations. This week, things should be much more relaxed in the workplace, and you'll be able to find a sense of harmony and belonging amongst your coworkers, the people that you work with. This is a very relaxed week in your career in general, and you'll be able to successfully and easily put out great work. This week, you want to watch out for possibly being overindulgent, though. This is going to be a very hedonistic week where everyone, including you, may be having a lot of fun. This is a very exciting time, but you want to watch out for overeating, for example, just overindulgence in general. That could negatively affect your health. From July 21st to July 31st, you may have significant family events occurring. You may be spending more time with your family members. So this may be a time in which family issues or family things are brought to the surface that you have to handle, and you may be focused on your home living environment. For example, you may want to redecorate, spruce up your home, buy furniture, for example, or some of you may be driven to want to relocate, or you may be thinking about your living situation. Some of you may be considering what what you want to do with property, real estate, perhaps moving to a new place. So if you're unhappy with your living situation, these things could arise. And this week you will be very driven in regard to your career and your health as well. You will really be picking up the pace when it comes to looking after your health, implementing a good diet and exercise regime, as well as being very focused in your career, ambitious and motivated to put out good work and to gain that recognition in the workplace. So overall this week you're going to be hustling in regard to health and career, and both of these things should be doing tremendously well.